It is time, my friends, to revisit GameStop Retro. Last time, this selection was incredibly minimal, and a lot of the consoles I got were in awful condition. However, to give GameStop a little bit of credit, it was a pretty much brand new initiative at the time. However, it's been quite a while since we've done that video, so let's give it another try. So when you think retro, you probably think about something like this, a Dreamcast. Now, I certainly hope they'll take this. This is a complete, fully working Dreamcast with, importantly, all of the console controllers as well as cables. We're also gonna give them a little bit of a selection. So this is a PS2 with a broken disk drive, as well as we have, and I can't believe this is retro, an Xbox One. So I'm gonna give them all of these consoles, see what the trade-in is, and we'll go from there. Alrighty, my friends, let's take a closer look at what GameStop Retro has given us. So we're gonna start out by reviewing what I traded in. Any reasonable person would clearly expect me to have made hundreds and hundreds of dollars selling those consoles, right? That's a pretty fair assumption, right? For my Xbox One, they offered $26.95 cash or $38.50 for store credit. And mind you, I am a GameStop Pro member, so that gave me a little bit more. Our PS2 was lovely, $18.48, although store credit was $26.40, so I took that deal.
That makes it all better.
Well, again, that PlayStation 2, that disc drive is a little bit intermittent. Alex, could you just do me a quick little favor?
Sure.
What does a complete Dreamcast cost on eBay right now?
Why would you ask? At bare minimum, like the lowest I'm seeing is like $100 for an okay condition one, minimum.
This one was very clean and good shape. $23.
What? What? No.
But importantly, $33 in store credit, baby!
What?
Which means that according to my receipt, I got a grand total of $97.90. I also did forget to bring one power cable, so they knocked off another $10 for that, I think.
So what you're saying is we lost so much money.
Mm-hmm. So after they do that, there's a bunch of other people in line. So I walk over to the actual retro side of things, and I'm like, okay, let me look for some new consoles to get. This is the only thing they had in stock.
What?
This is a 3DS XL, the Mario and I think Year of the Luigi theme. I also was able to acquire a copy of Pokemon Moon for 3DS, and I got a copy of Modern Warfare 2 for the PS3. So if I grab my other receipt here, you want the good news or the bad news?
Is there any good news?
No, there's not. Modern Warfare 2 was a very reasonable, my pro discount, $4.57. Equally, Pokemon Moon, a little more expensive but not terrible, was $27.45. And as we've established in the past, 3DSs are the best financial investment you could possibly make in 2025. What do you think a used one would cost? $204.
Oh, well,
Oh my god.
Yeah, about that. So this wasn't actually $204. It was $247 after my pro discount. So add like $40 to everything I'm about to say. Whoops.
Why do we keep doing these videos?
Because we're trying to give you sound consumer advice on the pros and cons of GameStop Retro. The last thing I'll say about that whole experience was the way it works is that most items you purchase from GameStop Retro don't go back to the mothership to the HQ. Instead, the individual stores, once they like sort of check them in and everything, it's available for purchase in store, but it also is listed on the website. They actually had a stack of boxes by the front desk, all of those things just waiting for FedEx to pick them up, which explains some of the issues we've had in the past. It's because some poor GameStop employee had to deal with that with no help at all. It's still bad, but I understand it more now. Why, hello there, Austin from the future here, just to let you know that I'm going to be at the SoCal Tech Fair this Saturday, May 3rd. Now, this is an event that's being hosted by Jay's 2 Cents, but there's going to be a bunch of people there, including Bitwit and myself. We're going to be doing things like panels, meet and greets, there's going to be raffles, giveaways. I know there's going to be some delicious tacos, which is where I'm going to be for the most part. If you want to check it out, I'll have a link in the description. Tickets are only like $20. Come hang out. Just don't take my tacos.
Come on, use your legs.
So we did also purchase some items from GameStop Retro. So we're gonna be taking a look at all of this today to see if we found anything good. Can I just say one more complaint before we get started? It is so hard to buy stuff from GameStop Retro online. So if you go to GameStop.com and you search up a 3DS or whatever, you'll see all kind of listings. But as soon as you click on them, they're not available, even though it looks like it's in stock. It'll tell you like, oh, shipped from home to store, 24-hour delivery or whatever, but none of those actually make sense. Alex, how long do we spend clicking through every listing on GameStop because you can't tell the difference before we actually found anywhere close to this much?
Probably almost 2 weeks.
With all of that preamble out of the way, let's take a look at what we have been able to purchase from GameStop Retro. Alrighty. For $204, let's take a look at our 3DS. It does, at the very least, come in a little bit of a limited edition, like, colorway. The GameStop employee did say, oh, this one hasn't gotten cleaned yet. Are you okay with that? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. She probably would have cleaned it if I would have asked her. I will be generous. I'll try to clean it up myself. So we've got Mario and Luigi. We've got the silver colorway. And on the back, it is Year of the Luigi 30th Anniversary. Wait, this is a regular 3DS extendable stylus. I don't think that's what this came with. Okay. Ooh, yeah, screens are also just grody. I'm actually gonna clean this thing up just for like 5 minutes to make sure it is at least in somewhat reasonable condition before we try to fire it up. All right, I gotta say, this actually looks pretty good after a little bit of a wipe down. So there's a few scratches, but besides like really a scuff here and a scuff here on the corner where it was clearly dropped, I actually think that this is in good condition. Same thing for the inside screens, just that little bit of dirt came right off. Activate 3DS.
That is taking a long time.
Oh,
all right.
No, that top screen's a little bit yellow. So this corner and this corner, you've got like some like backlight rot. Yeah, the bottom screen's kind of yellow too on this side. Okay, sure. Not terrible, not terrible. I'm gonna be in 3D. God, I hate the 3D on the 3DS. I leave it off permanently.
I was gonna say, did anyone actually ever even use the 3D part of it?
No. Let's go ahead and put on our copy of Pokemon Moon. We might have done okay. I need a system update.
Uh-oh.
That right speaker, not it. Hang on. So just listen to what this sounds like when I cover the left speaker. And then the right speaker. I'm gonna pick up Xavier's save file. Xavier stopped before he became the champion? Golduck? Brother, I like your style. I will say in a game, the fact that the screen looks a little bit soft is not too bad. I feel like condition-wise, I was gonna say good. I wanna knock it more to like fair. I said we just spent $203 on my 3DS. What do you think this thing's actually worth?
Somewhere in the 150 to 160 range.
Oh, that's a lot less. I actually thought that $200 was kind of reasonable-ish. Oh, so this was bad. Got it. Cool. Maybe I didn't do too well here, but surely my other items are gonna redeem it, right?
Sure.
So, remember that whole thing I said about how GameStop employees are overworked and forced to do a million things all at the same time? Well, look at a box like this, and you'll see what I'm talking about. We do actually have some padding, which is very lovely, and we have an Xbox 360.
Woo! So it is the OG original 360, and
World's largest power adapter.
we got it refurbished.
GameStop, you use the refurbished word a lot. Let's just take a closer look at our Xbox here. First of all, this smells.
Oh, why are you?
It smells like a casino. It smells like a little bit of smoke. Definitely like someone spilled a beer on it last night. Kind of scuffed on the side, but the thing is like it's yellow. Okay, my shirt is white. This is not white. Oh God, and this side's way worse. Dude, look at all this, it's scuffed as hell. I think this also may have been open. This bottom panel's loose. The USB door just flaps open. Also, wait, is this a 20 gig hard drive?
It's unclear. The listing itself actually said that we would not be getting a hard drive, so pleasant surprise.
Oh, okay. So it is a 2009 model. We do have a black controller, which they did provide some batteries. Those are not good disc noises. The fan does not sound good, but that's an excellent sign.
Yeah.
Which, look, every GameStop console, if they do nothing else, they make sure it works, right? Uh-oh. Just gonna adjust this here.
Maybe put it on side.
Hopefully this helps.
Hey, look at that.
Okay. Oh boy, it makes such terrible disc noise. I was like, ew, the controller actually smells worse than the Xbox.
What?
It smells like hookah. That's what it smells like. I totally knew it.
So they're just partying with this thing.
You know what? This Xbox is freaking rad. All right, well, it does at least seem to be working with the game. 13 gigabytes on the hard drive. Dude, this sounds awful. Oh, this is the backstory of how the Xbox smells so bad.
Perfect.
Is that 10 FPS? Look how bad that is. For a poor condition Xbox 360 that is working, but barely. How much could I get this for? on eBay.
Some of them are being sold for like $30 at auction.
I vaguely recall, I think I spent more than $30 or $40 on it, right? It was like,
Oh, Austin.
I think, was it 100?
When will you learn? You paid $85.
I mean, it's not good. It's not good. But there's one other console in this box over here before we continue, my friends. And this one also is probably not good because I think it came from the exact same GameStop store. Well, first of all, ew, there is a like layer of dust and grime on this thing. This is not, I'm not smelling this one. I'll keep it a little bit farther away. 79001, this is the later model PS2 Slim, I think. Also, it's missing a foot. Door doesn't open. Yeah, I was about to say, it doesn't open very much until you force it open. And we do have a PS2 controller. It is just covered in like, not only dirt and dust from like the package, but also just, oh. Look, this used to be a white connector. You see this dirty yellow ass thing? This used to be white.
I thought you were holding up the yellow connector.
This is the yellow, this is the white. So we're gonna go ahead and pop this guy open, load up a copy of San Andreas,
Woo!
the third best GTA game.
What?
Let's hear that beautiful PS2 boot up chime.
Is it not powering on?
Oh, it's because the power cable's bent. Do you see how one of these is a little bit less straight than the other?
Woo! There you go.
Oh, I just touched my nose with my dirty hand. I love the way this game looks. We can safely say the PS2 works. I'm not thrilled with the condition. It's definitely a little bit dirty and grody. What's a PS2 Slim run and what do we pay for it? Wait,
for like
the controller stopped working, sorry. What?
Okay. They can go for like 180 to 200 still. If, you know, just some random, you know, Tommy or John is selling it, it can go as low as like 40 to 60.
I think I paid a little more than $60 for this.
Little bit more. It was 95. So yeah, pretty much.
Let's see what GameStop has in our next package, shall we? The box is not squished and it has some padding inside. Inside we have,
What?
oh my
Ooh.
God, is that a?
Wow, actual packaging?
So I think this is our PS3. Pretty clearly this came from corporate. Oh, I don't like the fact that it says wireless controller for PS3, but like, is this a third party? This looks like a third party. Ew. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, these third-party controllers are very similar, but they got the stupid like font and everything. It's plastic wrapped, and it looks like it's sort of like it's got like foam around it. If you watch the channel for a while, you know that I'm a noted hater of the Super Slim. However, I didn't have a lot of choices on GameStop Retro, and this is actually a kind of cool colorway. Behold, my friends, the white Super Slim.
Ooh.
That actually looks good. Little scuffed on the bottom. You got like some like marker or whatever on it. But I mean, it is night and day, this compared to the other consoles we got. Even though I hate that door, the mechanism is good. It looks very clean. It doesn't smell like anything. Let's give this a try, shall we?
Woo.
Okay, this is all good. This is looking promising. What kind of hard drive is this supposed to have in it?
It's supposed to have a 500 gig hard drive.
Pretty good. Yes, 500 gigabyte hard drive, version 4.9. Let's load up a copy of Modern Warfare 2 I purchased for $4 from GameStop. Oh, look at that. It's a good sign when it immediately works. Listen to this happy disc noise. It's a happy noise. Some players may find one of the missions disturbing. Would you like to have the option to skip this mission? I know what mission they're talking about. Oh my God, bro. Is this just because it's like installing the game to the hard drive right now and that's why it doesn't let me skip it? Oh, it's reversed, so it's left bumper and right bumper. Oh, that's weird. We're gonna call that a functional PS3. Alex, give me the good news on how I got a great deal from GameStop.
So if you search up one of these on eBay, you're probably looking at like 150 to 170.
Sure, and I paid way less than that, right?
You did.
I did, I knew it.
You paid 124.
I saved myself some money, finally. It only took the whole damn video. Ignore all the other things. This one was good. If you pretend the bad stuff doesn't exist, it can't hurt you. So that's a bear.
Is everything okay? You're like yelling a lot.
Because my PS, I got one good deal from GameStop.
Oh.
Alrighty, my friends. Next up, we have a very small box, which if I remember the items I've ordered, is our DS. It is a little bit of a squish box, but that's a nice amount of packaging. So this shows DS Lite system, GameStop refurbished. We have a power supply, so it's got a USB-A. It's got one of these little like a multi-pronged dudes, so you can plug it into like a DSi or DS Lite or whatever. Oh, your premium refurbished handheld unit. Hold up. It's not just refurbished. It's premium refurbished.
Ooh.
I'll say it's a pretty premium experience. They spent a solid 35 cents on this packaging. Anyway, DS Lite. So you can see that the clear, like sort of kind of glossy plastic has yellowed in a way that the hinge hasn't. It is missing the little Game Boy Advance slot cover. It does have a stylus, which is definitely not period correct. Oh my, they had a piece of paper to cover the screens. Oh my God, GameStop. Where have you been all my life? Or for the rest of this video? I will say this is probably the cleanest DS Lite I've seen since 2007. We're back! Big time. Oh wait, the screens are two different colors. This one's pink, this one's white. You want some, you lose some. This actually, and I'm shocked to say, they updated it. The DS knows that it is 2025. So theoretically, I install a Game Boy Advance game. It should pop up. Oh, I have to restart it, don't I? Yeah. I was forgetting, with DSs, you couldn't just add a game. So the GBA game, boots, lovely, wonderful, okay. Now let's try it with a DS game. And what better to play than the truly most iconic game of the DS? Close your eyes for a second. Picture the glorious era of the DS. You had Pokemon, you had Nintendogs, you had Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, 1.
That's what you think of as most iconic?
No. Oh, it doesn't see the game.
Uh-oh.
This game works. I'm gonna put it in my 3DS. Uh-oh, that's not good.
Here's a game that I know works.
Dream Day Wedding Vacation. I mean, this sold so many dozens of copies that it really rewrote the rules. Does this work maybe? It does. But okay, sure, whatever. We'll play Dream Day Weddings and not Modern Warfare for DS, which was the 714th best game for the DS. My Dream Day Wedding, it's almost here. We gotta go to the bridal shop. Oh, this is a point and click adventure, I forgot about that. Okay, let me try one more time. The DS is working. It doesn't work. So the DS works with some games, but not others. That being said, it is physically in phenomenally good shape. Alex, give me the great news on my mostly functional DS and the price that we paid.
For very, very nice examples of a white
Premium
DS.
refurbished, some might say.
Yeah, you'd probably have to go into like the $100-ish range.
And I paid a whole lot less than that, didn't I?
That is correct. You paid $60.
We over here making profit, baby.
How much did they give you for your Dreamcast?
We're still on the up. And we have one last box to really lock in our GameStop Retro experience. Are you hyped? I'm hyped right now. I'm so hyped. I'm about to subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling, and I'm gonna be fearful of the next time GameStop leaves a menacing message on my Instagram.
I wonder what we're gonna get.
Well, a box that says PlayStation console. Look at that, someone drew PS1 and a little star. Oh no, they just drew PS1. But that's like some nice penmanship.
What?
2 controllers? Did we just scam GameStop? Sound the alarm! Run alert! We scammed GameStop! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! We finally did it! Not 1, but 2 controllers. Let's go. I will actually say the black or the dark gray. I feel like I've only seen one of these like once or twice because the gray was what pretty much they all were. This is the DualShock, which has the analog sticks. There's even more in the box. A third-party memory card with an LED in it? What the hell is this? What did I order? I don't think any of this was supposed to come with it, right?
The listing is like not very in depth, but basically it was a fat PlayStation and it shows one controller. It doesn't mention anything about a second controller. It doesn't mention anything about a memory card.
So we've got an extra controller, a memory card. Let's take a look at our PlayStation 1. It looks like it's in relatively good shape, first glance. Buttons aren't too scuffed. So this would have been an older model. So some of the earlier PS1s actually had an additional port here, which was actually for AV. And also it has a mod chip, because it has PSX mod chips. We're gonna censor that phone number. Someone modded this PS1.
Cool.
Probably back in the day. I think the PS1 mod chips just let you play burned games, right? I think that's all that did was just turn off the copy protection. Not that I would condone piracy or anything. I buy all my games from GameStop. Let's pop open the disc tray, load up a copy of Gran Turismo 2. Was I skipping the CD when I did that? I'm skipping the CD when I did that. Okay, I won't do that. Oh, there's a little bit of a rattle there. Cut them off. Little love tap, never hurt nobody. No, 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 no. Let's go! I am the Gran Turismo master, and I am the winner of GameStopitude. Although I know the PS1s aren't very expensive.
You'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah, they are honestly like in the 70 to 90 range now. We paid $57. How is this happening? Like,
what a tale of two videos. This was the most Garbo town that ever Garbo town the beginning of this video. But suddenly, out of nowhere, we grabbed the stick, pulled up before we landed in the mountain. Don't really know where this metaphor is going.
I don't understand. Yeah, if it comes from like corporate directly, it's good, apparently.
You have no idea. You have no idea where it's coming from. You have no idea if it's going to be a dirty, hookah'd out Xbox 360 or if it's going to be a beautiful mint PS1. I have some takeaways though. Maybe don't trade your stuff into GameStop, period. And if you're going to buy stuff from GameStop, maybe buy a lot of it so that when most of it's terrible and a scam, you could return that stuff and keep the really good stuff.
No, don't buy a whole ton of stuff.
We learned something today. I'm just not quite sure what that was.
I have no idea either.